Hi, and welcome to Miss Nancy's house, where we can play and learn together. This week, we've been learning about voting and all that has to do with voting. So, I went to the library and I got some good books that talk about voting and making good choices. So, I want to show them to you right now. Let's see. First of all, I have Vote for Our Zoo. And this book is by Lori Mortensen. And these kids are worried because their zoo's going to close because they don't have enough money to keep it going. So they have to talk about voting for the zoo to keep it open. It's a good story that you might want to get from your library. I also have this book called She Persisted, and it's by Chelsea Clinton. And I do like this story because it talks about a lot of things that women did in history about voting and making good choices and working in the government and all different ways that women have helped in our society. So this is a good story. This book is called Citizen Baby. Citizen Baby is a whole line of books, but this one is My Vote. And it's by Megan Bryant and Daniel Prosterman. And I think that you'll like it because it's kind of like an easy board book, but it's very interesting and it talks about voting. I think you should get this from the library too. Now this one is called Vote for Me. Two friends are fighting in this story, and then it's by Ben Clanton. And these two friends are not getting along because they both want us to vote for them. But it turns out in the end that they work it out and they compromise, which is a very important thing to do sometimes if you're having trouble with voting. Now my last book is called Vote for Our Future by Margaret McNamara and Micah Player. And this story I'm going to read today because it talks about Stanton Elementary School and how voting takes place at their school. And it really kind of sums up our whole week. It tells us all about voting, and I think you'll really like it. I hope you can get this from your library too. But if not, let's read it together right now. I like the inside of this book. It's rad to vote. My vote counts. Our family votes. Love wins elections. Lots of fun buttons that you could wear. Every 2 years, on the Tuesday after the first Monday of November, Stanton Elementary School closes for the day. For repairs? Nope. For a holiday? Nuh-uh. For vacation? No way. Stanton Elementary School closes for Election Day and changes from a school to a polling station. What's a polling station? A polling station is where people vote. I think they must do it in their gymnasium. The reason people vote is to choose who makes the laws of the country. We should all vote, said LaToya. We should all vote to make the future better. We can't vote until we turn 18, said Lizzie. So what can we do? The kids of Stanton Elementary School did their research. They looked in books and made notes. They went online and found all kinds of information. They even took a trip to their local election office and picked up forms. I can't wait till I can vote for real, said Amal. Me neither, said everybody else. Kids have to live with adult choices. The kids of Stanton Elementary School were ready to spread the word. So you do have to be a grown-up to vote for an election. Katie and her mom made flyers and handed them out. "Don't forget to vote," Katie told one busy dad. "I didn't even know there was an election," he said. "Now you do," said Katie. "Can I go with you when you vote?" Jasmine asked her big sister. "It's a pain to vote," her sister said. "I'm not even registered," added her friend. "It's not hard to register," said Jasmine. "You can do it together, and I can show you how." I think they're doing it on their phone. Oh. Nadia and her auntie went door to door. "Voting is a right," Nadia said. "A right that women didn't have 100 years ago." One lady told them, "I don't like standing in lines." Yeah, I don't like standing in lines either. And that's what Nadia said. "But if we stand in line for coffee or for a movie or at a bank, I bet we can stand in line to vote," said Nadia. Said the lady. "Maybe we can." At Jaden's house, the whole family was making their voting plans. Jaden's dad was voting before work. Jaden's mom was voting after work. "I've walked to that polling station every election, said I could vote," Jaden's great-grand told him. "But I can't walk so far anymore." "Oh, a volunteer can drive you," said Jaden. "Let's get you set up," said Jaden's mom. So they're setting it up on the phone. Their cell phone. Mia and Noah and Jamal had a bake sale. "Don't forget to vote," Mia said as she handed out change. "I'll be away on election day," said one woman. "In our state, you can vote early," said Mia. "Or you can vote by mail," said Jamal. "The voter guide tells you how." "Voting? What's the big deal?" asked a teenager. "People fought wars so we can vote," said Mia. "That's a big deal." It sure is. "Why should I vote?" said a sad lady. "Nothing ever changes. Besides, one vote won't make a difference." "Are you kidding?" said Jamal. "Changes are made every day because people voted." And this big sign says, "Every vote counts." That's so true. By the time it was the first Tuesday after the first Monday of November, every kid at Stanton Elementary School had spread the word. To their families, to their neighbors, to friends, to strangers, to friends of strangers, the whole town had a voting plan. And on election day, oh look, this page folds out. It's kind of fun. Let's see. Voters came early in the morning before the sun was up. They waited in line with coffee. They voted for the first time. They rolled in on wheelchairs. They voted for the first time and for the 50th time. They ran in at the last minute. They came with their sons and daughters, their nieces and nephews, their brothers and sisters, their cousins and friends. On the first Wednesday after the first Monday of November, all the votes had been counted. The results were so close, the votes had to be counted again. Sometimes that does happen. Some people won and some people lost. The laws of the country began to change just because they voted. Stanton Elementary School went back to being a school. The kids are at school in class and they're learning from the teacher. And the future began to change because of their votes. Now here on this page, it talks about all the different acts that came in or laws that came in because of people's votes. So this is kind of some more information. I really like this story. and I hope you did too. We learned a lot about voting, and we learned a lot about what our vote means and everything else this week during Miss Nancy's house. So I hope that you can come again soon and we'll learn something new. Thanks so much, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.